Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, here in front of Fisherman's Guild, where we want to continue with Fisher a little. A fish in hot water. You might recall Chichurun, the bubble-spewing fish canister? Perhaps not, but he certainly recalls you. Apparently, there aren't enough fish in the sea, so he set aside on freshwater fish. He's even tried catching them himself, though that proved problematic so far. While creepers possess a healthy appetite for fish, they lack the necessary patience and often end up eating their own bait. The problem has a relatively straightforward solution, employing a lure in place of live bait. Unfortunately, this straightforward solution requires a roundabout demonstration, as Chichurun does not readily accept the concept of inedible bait. If only you might snag 5 warm-water trout with crowflies, you might come to see the light. The fish are said to populate the shores of Oakwood in Upper Lonosea. Though I can't say I've been recently... I consider it inauspicious to cast one's line under the watchful gaze of a giant sea serpent. But I don't think I have a crow's burp. Is that under here? Many lures are craftable, we know. Crow's fly, yeah. Crow feather and brass ingot. Okay. And here we are in Oakwood, in Upper Lonosea and west of Bronze Lake. I crafted the crowflies, but I also looked you could buy them from the Fieldcraft merchant there. They were cheap, but well, I could check off the crafting recipe. And crowflies. I said already that lures have one advantage compared to bait. They don't get spent by using them, only if you... the line snaps. Okay. There's a warm water trout, in high quality even. I lost it. It's not a trout, that's a bass. Now, I skipped you, Hatter. Only one warm water trout to catch. Stupid me, not pulling when there's no fish on it. Oh, in between I've also caught a fairy bass, which was a new fish. Something high quality? Come, give me a normal one. Gun fishing. Okay. Back to a fisherman's guild. Okay, Chichurun. How can Desiree bait fish without bait? I don't know. But here is some fish. You truly fish trout using fake food? Indeed, for all the fish now, the lure may as well be alive. Desiree skillfully used them to catch these tasty tasties. You see, Chichurun, deception lies at the heart of fishing. Yes, lies lie at heart of fishing. Chichurun no fool, Chichurun fool fish. Precisely. Well, I trust we've managed to guide you to the path of self-sufficient fishing. Okay. Let's just do the level 25 quest as well. A game of cat and fish. You're familiar with the Culinarian's Guild, aren't you, Desiree? If you couldn't tell by its super siller's name, the members are a finicky bunch, particularly the fuzzy Master Glingsaf. So when he comes asking for shadow catfish, no other fish will do, even if I kindly explain that fishing one out involves an arduous journey to Folgout Float, followed by a grueling labor. Naturally, I thought of you for the task. This will likely require a bit of fish wheeling, if you know what I mean, though I imagine you do not, as I just invented that word. It means recasting a fish you just caught as bait for a yet larger fish. In my wisdom, I've deemed that your fishing prowess, landfaring acumen, and physical presence directly in front of me qualify you as the ideal candidate for the job. I have no doubt you'll be more than amply capable of fish wheeling or any other new term I see fit to conjure up for that matter. Simply use crayfish balls to catch a striped gobby, then cast that to catch a shadow catfish. Take it from the inventor of fish wheeling. Since the striped goby will become your lure, you want to catch the biggest, shiniest one you can find. A long journey lies ahead of you, and I fear the guild will not be the same in your absence. However, I choose to think of it not as losing a friend, but gaining a shadow catfish. Good luck. Fish wheeling, or mooching as it's also called, involves catching a high-quality fish and then recasting your line with the fish still on it, in an attempt to land even bigger prey. A high perception rating will increase your chance of catching a high quality fish. Is it the crayfish was they introduced? And Folgout Float. Now, luckily, they put the patience skill for the fisherman a lot earlier than it used to be. This year, patience used to be a Heaven's Ward skill, so you needed to be 50 something, 52 or something to activate it. Now you can just do it. So, patience. Higher chance of high quality. I still have the crow fly, and I want the crayfish ball. Crap, I just wasted the energy. Okay. Maybe I'm lucky. Nope. Doesn't look that way. Oh, look. This is high quality. Is it open? No, it's a brass lock. Okay, no, again, and fishing. And use these two powerful hook set or precision hook set to reel it in, because hook efficiency reduced. And mooch. that's a shadow catfish. Back then, this could take a while because you needed that high quality goby before you could even attempt to go for the shadow catfish. Always fascinating when you teleport here to the main Etherite of Limsa and just see the frame rate drop from all the players standing there. Anyway, Sisyphu. You'll find the catfish you seek at Falgot Float of the North Shore. Mayhap it's a tad presumptuous to say you will find one, but that's where they are at any rate. I've bought you one, even in high quality. Linksaff ought to crack a smile when he glimpses this beauty. They say never look a gift fish in the mouth, but one can't help but stare at this gaping grimace. It looks like it could swallow a person whole. I'm sure the fish of Gridania are none too displeased to see this one leave the water. I heard that Jasons covered the fish too, sometimes migrating north and attacking fishermen in hopes of stealing the catch. I suppose I should have warned you about that ahead of time. Don't worry, I didn't need to leave town, so that was fine. Still, I don't see what all the fuss is about. For all the lengths one needs to travel and danger one needs to brave, the fish tasted a little better than mud. Pardon me, but perhaps I might persuade you to prepare them in a proper bath. Water washes off a waste you can wipe away, but the invisible vapors only vanish with vinegar. You must mind the mud you can't see. Speaking of a mud you can see, where did you come out of all of a sudden? A good guildmaster gusts in and goes out a gale. Now you see me? No you don't. Actually, I think we both still see you standing right there. But that is neither here nor there. This way, there are few fishermen who can haul in the catch you did today. Frankly, I've started to wonder how we ever got along without you. The catfish you fetched for Linksaff has raised quite a stir. He was so pleased with the quality and quickness of the delivery that he's been raving about you to anyone in earshot. And now the word swirling around Limsa of a fabled fisherwoman has reached the ears of your fellow guildmates. Though most of them have no idea who you are, it doesn't stop the lazy sunbathers from fabricating folk stories about you. Meanwhile, Chuchun's done his part to add to your fame, singing your praises well beyond the walls of the guild. So well beyond the walls, in fact, the goblins have come to enlist your help. Toctix is a friend of Chuchun's, so we're somewhat obligated to him out. Though I don't expect him to be much more intelligible. Loath though I am to admit it, we'll most likely need Varalago again. Okay, Toctix. Chuchun told many glory tales of mighty Fishbringer to Toctix. Toctix is friend, Chuchun is friend. Fishbringer's friendly friend, yes? Moon was shining on Easter Sea of Lanosea, when most lovely fish appeared. Toctix wonder if friendly friend Fishbringer can bring back lovely fish from Moonsea. Varalago, help me. So, your goblin gets a glimpse of some guilds and I'm to guess the game. Naturally, I know what you need, Internet. I'm only surprised you saw fit to solicit my support. The moment you mentioned the moon on the eastern seas of Lanosea, I figured out a frisky fish you're fixing to fetch. Full moon sardines. Schools of stripling migrate under moonlight through the Strait of Malka to return to their mothers or meet their makers. Tastiest time to take them to pluck them plumb in their prime. From dusk to dawn, droves dip and dive down Bloodshore. Spinning spoon worms in the water will snack you some sardines and sate your sponsor. What? Okay, I got some spoon worms, and of course it's morning now, and you can only catch them in the night. Are they still on? Otherwise I need to cut you out with weight. But I won't get all 10 of them, definitely not. So... no, with an ash tuna. Okay, let's try that fishing thing again. I do think it does count, but... so it said Bloodshore, just to be safe. A bit further south. Finally. That took a while. I think I started 8:30, right? No, but a bit earlier, I think, even. And Limsa. Now tactics. Psh. A 10 fish of full moon is for tactics? Yes, Fishbringer has brought lovely fish from Moonsea. Ah, first eye catch of lovely fish is still fresh in brain case of tactics. Tactics has dreamings of tasty lovely fish. Friendly friend Fishbringer has made 2 tactics back dreams. Glory days of Chuchun are no silly babble. Glory tales of Chuchun are no silly babble. Fishbringer is Fishbringer of fairy legends. Tactics make sure every gubby knows Fishbringer fairy legend. Congratulations, Fishbringer. Fame with fast-trading goblins is reliable to bring you fortune, although you might want to find a less pungent title so as not to drive away other prospective patrons. But what's in the title? That which we call a Fishbringer by any other name would smell as sweet. I'm still not certain how snagging exactly works, but a fish out of water. Yeah. Your goblin friendly friend was looking for you earlier. He was hoping you'd make his fishiest fantasies come true. We caught a dish that tickled his fancy some years ago, and now needs you to procure the necessary fish for him. This desert catfish, as it is apparently called, is indigenous to, and this is a truly mind-boggling part, the desert of all places. Toctix spoke of a trapper named Ugoromuli who'd fished one out of the forgotten springs in the southern reaches of Fanalan. If you want that catfish, you'd best go and speak with her. So... yes, we now learn to fish in the sands. Okay, Ugoromuli. Maybe you can help me. I want to sandfish. Friend of Toctix, you say? Sure, dune fishing my fair share of desert catfish. Never eat them though, not that much. Only ever use them as sandworm bait. Thought of eating desert fish hadn't occurred to me until the goblin devoured it before my eyes. Still wouldn't touch one myself. Different fish for different folks, as they say. No problem fishing them out, though. Can even tell you how it's done. Just comes down to the right bait in the right place. Nothing to it, really. Easy as dropping a line with some sand leech at a fishing hole east of Bayagod Strike, near the Amalja encampment. Not the same as sea fishing here in the dunes, mind you. Real test of your reel out there. Trick is to hold on when it flails. Only takes one to make a day's haul. Good hunting. And I need bait. Sand leeches. Give me 20. And it's over here. Here's a Malja encampment, and here's a fishing spot they meant. There's also one down here. Okay, up there is a Malja camp. And down here is our fishing spot. I think he was supposed to be snacking, but no? Okay, we caught something. And it's a desert catfish. Good. Okay, Toctix. Fishbringer find tasty fresh fish cat in Sandlands for friendly friend Toctix. I did. Here you go. Toctix is Thanksgiving to Fishbringer for lip-smacking fish cat. Fish cat nose strings make for strengthful satchel strands. Toctix trades tongue flaps with Linksav for fancy cooking of fish cat in Bismarck. Linksav only fancy cooks after shoplock because of strengthful fish cat odor. Fishbringer make Toctix one happy gobby. Okay. I think that is really enough for this episode. And yeah, we will continue with Fisher another time. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.